Have you ever wondered how we see colors? From the vibrant red of a sunset to the cool blue of the ocean, our world is full of amazing colors. But how does color actually work, and how do our eyes and brains interpret it? Today, we're diving into the fascinating science of color perception to understand what's really happening when we see color. To start, let's break down what color is. Technically, color is just light. The light we see is made up of wavelengths on the visible spectrum, ranging from short wavelengths like violet and blue to longer wavelengths like red. Each color has its own unique wavelength, which gives it that specific hue. Imagine it like music, each wavelength is like a different musical note, creating a unique sound that we interpret as color. But how does this light turn into the colors we see? That's where our eyes come in. Inside our eyes, we have special cells in the retina called photoreceptors. These photoreceptors come in two types, rods and cones. Rods help us see in low light and don't detect color, but cones are responsible for color vision. There are three types of cone cells in our eyes, each tuned to detect a different range of wavelengths: short wavelengths, which we perceive as blue, medium wavelengths, which we see as green, and long wavelengths, which we see as red. When light hits our eyes, these cone cells get activated based on the wavelengths they detect. If a blue wavelength enters the eye, the blue sensitive cones respond, telling our brain, "This is blue." But here's the amazing part, we don't actually have a separate cone for every single color we see. Instead, our brain mixes signals from the three types of cones to create a full spectrum of colors. For example, if both red and green cones are activated, our brain interprets the signal as yellow. It's like our brain is a painter, mixing colors to create endless shades and tones. And that brings us to white and black. When we see white, it means that all three types of cones are equally activated by the light. White light contains all colors in the spectrum, so when our cones respond to it evenly, we see white. Black, on the other hand, is the absence of light. When there's no light to stimulate our cones, our brain registers it as black. Let's talk about color blindness for a moment. For some people, one or more types of cone cells don't work as expected, making it difficult to distinguish certain colors. For example, the most common form of color blindness is red-green color blindness, where the cones for red and green don't work properly. This doesn't mean they see in black and white, it just means certain colors blend together, making them hard to tell apart. And here's a fun fact, some animals see color differently from us. Bees, for example, can see ultraviolet light, which is invisible to us. This helps them spot flowers that have ultraviolet patterns, leading them to nectar. Meanwhile, dogs see fewer colors than we do, mostly shades of blue and yellow. Our human eyes are truly unique in how they perceive the world. To sum it up, we see color thanks to light wavelengths interacting with cone cells in our eyes. These cells send signals to our brain, which then interprets them as the colors we see in the world around us. It's an incredible process that lets us experience everything from the warm colors of a sunrise to the cool blues of the ocean. So, the next time you admire a sunset or pick out a favorite outfit, you'll know the science behind how you see those colors. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button for more science explainers. And let us know in the comments, what other fascinating science questions would you like us to explore?